I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is the MAC11 VR controller review by
Barefoot Gaming.
So Louie, MAC11 VR controller. Now we've touched on this company before when I did a review of one of their other controllers, the MAC10, but this one is a totally different setup and it's more similar to the rail type VR controllers. So what exactly is this and how does it work, Louie?
It is a 3D printed gun simulator with magnets to hold the controllers in, and they kind of just snap back in.
So the way it works is the Vive controller, and at this time they are working on a Rift version of this controller, but right now this is Vive only. I asked about Windows Mixed Reality. It's not in the works, so it's just going to be on the 2 for right now. Now, the Vive controller has that opening in the center, right? That donut. The plastic gets pinched between the two. So what ends up happening is you take it apart into 2 pieces, you clip it on both sides, tighten it up. It actually doesn't block the sensors at all.
They've made sure of that. They've designed this really well. They've even kind of made some cone cuts into the bottom that
every sensor stays visible at all times. So there's no restrictions. You can take this thing out and just use them as Vive controllers. They get to be a little bit heavier. Yep. But aside from that, they'll work exactly the same.
I got here just as he was building it, and it's always fun to be included in a build. I like the rare earth magnets. They hold everything nice and snug. You can pry it off and use it to grab your VR pistol, knife, hand grenade. I should also mention the fact that there are 3 anchor points on this thing. Yes. So there's one where you're typically going to find your handle in VR. There's one close by, and then there's a 3rd one at the front. Now, the back one and the center one actually have pins, and the magnets are lined up that they're going to want to run the same direction. Yeah, the front one you can twist, and there's nothing to stop it from twisting, but it allows you to move your controllers around a little bit, and it's a little easier to snap into that one. So depending on the gun you're using in VR, which one is going to make the most sense? Yep. You have multiple options is what I'm saying. So this thing also comes with a strap that you can throw over your shoulder. Some people also call it a sling.
Crazy people calling it the right things. That's what it is. But Louie, explain how our sling was mounted incorrectly from the factory.
So the sling would have been great for us if we were left-handed. So there's a tiny little clip on the right side of the butt of the gun simulator. We took the 2 Allen screws out. You can put it onto the left side of the rifle butt and it'll hang nice and flat whenever you reach down to grab pistol, shoot a couple times, and you want to snap back into that rifle port. You're right there, and it wants to line up once you do that.
Otherwise, yeah, Louie was absolutely right. It flips the other direction, and you're blind when you're in VR, right? Yep. You want everything to just be hanging in the right spot. So your hand slips under, snap, snap, boom, everything is lined up, and it's good to go. Now, the price on this is
130 bones.
Yeah, 130 to 140 US directly from their website. I think it's going to be available on Amazon. The dealer said Amazon, you'll be able to buy it on eBay, and then you can buy it directly from their website. And then there's going to be shipping because this stuff is made in China. Yep. Now, how about quality? Like there's metal bars that run to the different plastic components. What would you say the quality is?
Quality is good. It's a nice, dense, 3D printed gun.
Yeah, and we never actually dropped it, so I can't say like it. We dropped it with the controllers, but not the strap.
Yep.
Held it in place so it wouldn't hit the ground anyway. Yeah. Now, give me some pros, give me some cons. We never actually score out of 5 when we're dealing with hardware. It's too hard. Everybody has a different perceived value, so we're just going to tell you our pluses and our minuses. Louie, give me some pluses, give me some minuses on this thing.
Pros are, once we switch the strap/sling over to the side that worked best for us.
I prefer sling, but continue.
Everything just seemed to snap in and be really, really smooth. We could just drop it and it would fall down back to our chest and we could do everything. It seems like it's really, really sturdy. My favorite point though is that you can take the controllers off, put it aside, play all your other games. You don't have to mess with it after this. If this is a one and done kind of gun, I wouldn't even buy another one after this, personally.
Unless they make a better one, and everybody's always making better ones. Any cons, Louis? Any cons at all on this thing?
Any cons? Just a weird thing that the very front magnet is actually mounted to the suppressor. Anybody who's actually firing a real gun, do not hold on to your suppressor. It gets very hot.
Okay, so visibly, the gun actually does look like a gun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand how that's a bit of a pet peeve for Louis.
Yes.
That's it? No other pros, no other cons?
I'm good. I like it.
Okay, so for pros, build quality, this thing is built really well. I like the fact that I can use the controllers and just put this piece aside, and if I want to put it in, I just snap it in, so it's a really good point. Super easy to use. I love the fact that the magnets are on the top. The one that I really pinched myself good and proper on was one on the bottom, so it sat on a rail. A different manufacturer, and it was actually a decent kit as well. My only issue was you had to really be careful how you snapped it in so that you didn't pinch yourself. This one, there is zero chance of pinching yourself unless you hold your controllers on the top. And if you do that, there's something wrong with you.
That's right.
I like the fact that they're both magnets. They're both lined up in such a way that they're automatically going to want to center themselves in the correct position. That's smart. So you don't have to worry about, like, it's wanting to help you snap into place. The only con I can possibly think of is, and I can't call it a con, is maybe the price. Whether you could build it yourself cheaper, I don't know. Whether you want to go through the hassle. This one looks like a gun. Do you care if it looks like a gun? Those are all things that you can consider. But as far as pros, this is a really good build. And that's the review for the
MacIver.
MAC11 VR.
Right.
It's very easy to remember. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. I'll do my best to get down there and answer your questions. We are out of here for now. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.